手にやらかそうぜ。派手に行くぜ。受けてみろ。これが修行の成果だ。
Hey everyone, Ink here. Welcome to Sabin Saga 48, the Vaan missile project. This is all coming out pretty late. This is Abyss Perfectum, just the first stratum. I've been behind in uploads, so yeah, sorry about that. Had a lot going on and just catching up now, but I did pull Vaan. I pitied his LD and got his burst along the way, thankfully. God, that's a nightmare scenario that I hope I never have to do, which would be pitying LD without getting burst. And yeah, I mean, it just gets really tricky. That's why it's best to save 200k if you absolutely want to guarantee getting a full kit, which I will be doing for Terra and Kefka. Oh my gosh, Terra looks amazing in JP right now. I can't wait. But yeah, Sabin and Vaan work incredibly together. Sabin imperiling Wind and Holy for his skill 2 to always hit weakness. Charlotta is one of Vaan's absolute best friends to improve the boost the HP damage on his multiple hit skills. And also fuel his brave region. So yeah, I mean, she just does so well to round out this team, and of course she's always great with Sabin. I find myself constantly going back to Charlotta. She's just such a useful support that just does everything, so I always enjoy using her. But yeah, Vaan got so much hate for some reason, and I don't know why. I feel like people perhaps haven't realized that damage dealers are now just as important as supports. So, especially with many supports being like, there's enough supports and you can 3-3 them and everything. You don't have budget supports anymore. You do for entropy. I'll be throwing Gabranth in my entropy 11 as a 0-3. But yeah, I'll talk more about that in my other video. Actually, no, I won't. My other video is going to be my September pull plan. But yeah, for the challenge quest, oh my gosh, it was Vaan burst with Lena at 0-3 and Locke 3-3. Locke was a freaking hero. It was awesome. I had to play Vaan very strategically. I don't really like people that say, oh yeah, open with LD right away. LD is his primary way of shaving AoE, and it's his only way. And there were a number of times in that fight with the challenge quest for the chapter, which was exceptionally difficult, especially with the team that I did it with. There were a number of times where I had to shave AoE, and I mean, when that happens, having your LD uses available for that is perfect. I think the main thing to worry about is once you get down to one use of a skill and you still have LDs left, there may be times when you need blind to proc. If you need blind from skill 2 to proc, you may be in trouble because you have to use LD first so that you don't burn it out. So you have to be really, really careful with that. But I really love how much damage Vaan deals. I think a lot of people probably skill 2 too often with him. I mean, I'm doing it here, but you should really only do it when he's got a lot of battery to basically cap your damage. If he doesn't have a lot of battery and he's at 0, it's probably good to use a free white whirl. Makes, I think, a lot more sense. Damn, Sabin is so good with Charlotta. I love it. He's still going. It's crazy. But yeah, Vaan, I mean, he's probably better with Shantoto, right? Toto imperils all of his elements, but the fact that I'm generally going to be using free white whirls, and white whirl does have lower potency than red spiral, surprisingly, but yeah, the fact that it hits weakness because of Sabin just makes it superior, and makes it even superior even with Shantoto, just because Toto, red spiral, the first hits won't hit weakness, so you gotta deal with that. I need to lower my music, it's way too loud. There we go. But yeah, hopefully it's not too low. whatever. I can only do this once. I'm so behind on uploading content that you'll just have to deal with this. So if you just hear my voice, too bad. The White Roll is just crazy. I love it, and I used its blind. Its blind is so useful. I mean, I never MLB'd Waka, his EX Plus, but I imagine this is what Waka feels like, to be able to blind enemies and just ride it. It's fantastic. Oh, don't remove your speed passives on Vaan. I hate that crap. Maybe Skybound. Skybound is 20 CP, so it's pretty expensive. But please don't remove high speed buff. I don't know why people are saying that. He has a lot of passives that you could consider removing, like Spite. Spite is the worst passive in the game because it only affects Brave attack, I think. It's awful. There's lots of other crap for you to remove. And, you know, the fact that it depends on which support you have him with, right? But he's an insane Brave Shaver and a big damage dealer. Do you really want your damage dealer not taking turns? I don't understand the logic behind people recommending to remove the speed buff. I don't like doing it, especially now that, I mean, he has so many damn extra skill uses, right? 3 uses of his LD, giving him 3 more ability, 3 free uses each. It's 12 extra skills. It's a lot of free skills. You're not going to be using his EX as much, and so the fact that the EX is not the best skill in his kit, I don't know why you'd remove high speed buff to maximize that EX. I just don't get it. But anyway, I think Gabranth is awesome. I did pull him. I 0-3'd him expecting to need to use him over Lena. And I don't know. I tried the Lena run once and I got it down. I was surprised. Lena mostly just Brave Plussed for the entire thing, for the challenge quest. But yeah, Gabranth I'll throw somewhere else. I just think he's got a lot of good utility that'll be fun. A lot of people were asking about the first third slot, thinking that their appearance in the first or third slot of your party mattered. No, Gabranth just is really good if you need to specifically counter the bosses because of insta break or lowering brave damage or mitigating HP damage. That's the time that you would say, oh yeah, I want Gabranth for this. And the third slot means he just doesn't need that much from the party, and you can throw him in at the last minute and he'll probably be great. So yeah, I think Gabranth is pretty cool. Anyway, these guys are hammering the crap out of me. So I had to summon. But I think pitying Vaan's LD, I'm totally fine with it. No problem whatsoever doing that. It's all good. He does, first off, Vaan I have to pay respect for because he was the best character I ever pulled and helped enable me to clear hard content when I first started the game. I pulled for his 1535 on the Awakening, and then I pulled heavily for his EX when it came, and I mean, I cleared a ton of content solely because of him, so I had to pay tribute to that, and I really wanted his LD, especially I've always wanted to use him with Sabin. They work great together because of the framed imperil, so can't dispute that. That's pretty much, I don't know, I guess that's most of my Vaan talk. One thing I will say is that a lot of people are looking a lot at like Noctis, right? And saying, oh, well, Vaan is not as good as Noctis. I mean, that's probably true because Noctis is really, really powerful. But the shelf life of a character is less that they're not good and more that you get tired of them or you don't want to use them. So, there are people that pulled Noctis in, in JP, and yeah, I mean, they stopped using him, some of them, when Arden came, because Arden was more fun. And that's oftentimes what people will just do is, hey, I stopped using this character not because they're not good or because they don't work. It's solely because they just didn't want to use them anymore. And I think that's definitely pretty true here. I didn't do it here. but you could see that I used Red Spiral Plus there into White Whirl Plus. I think that that's a great combination. God, what was I saying? The fact that I'm doing this one take is really unfortunate. I hate Malboros. This is almost done anyway, though. This whole run, the saga keeps rolling, and honestly, it's not even hard to use Sabin. Like his shelf life was deemed as garbage, and I wanted to keep using him, and I haven't even had trouble. Like, it's not like I'm even struggling with these sagas, and I'm not even bringing broken characters. Although for my challenge, for my chapter chaos, you'll see that I did totally. I did bring crazy broken, but yeah, hope you enjoyed the run and my commentary. Look out for the next upload soon, and take care, everyone.